Good afternoon, this is Dr. Smoke. Today I'm going to go over how to calibrate the probes on a GMG, Daniel Boone or Jim Bowie Wi-Fi. This process can also be used for the Davy Crockett. Let me get everything set up and we'll start calibrating the probes and show everybody how to do it. First step in calibrating the probes, I have two on this particular model, and a lot of you probably will have two also. What you want to do is mark 1 and mark 2. You don't want to calibrate the probe for 2 and then plug it in 1, and then later on when you go to use the grill again, it'll be off calibration because you've calibrated the wrong side. Just to keep everything uniform, I like to label everything. Our next step is going to be filling this insulated Yeti with ice. I like to use crushed because it gives you more surface area for when we put the probes into the insulated cup. You want to make sure it's good and full with ice. And then we're going to fill this all the way up to the top with water. So now that our cup is full with ice and water, I'm going to put the lid on it because you kind of want to let this stabilize for a couple minutes. Now you're going to take your single or your double probe like this one, and we're going to put this in the ice bath and try to get it right in the center of the insulated mug. And I would put these down as far as you can get them, just so you know everything stays cold. And I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. This way the probes can stabilize and get cold. And next we'll go into the app and do our calibration for the low temperature. Now that this is stabilized for the last 5 minutes in the ice bath, we can go into the Green Mountain Grills app and connect to the grill. Alright, now you can see my food probe temp 1 and food probe temp 2. One's 35 degrees, one's 34 degrees. We know that in an ice bath, we should be at 32 degrees. So now all you want to do is record the offset value of each probe. So 35 degrees, it's 3 degrees off, 34 degrees, it's 2 degrees off, and they're both high. So next what you want to do is go into settings, grill options, and under food probe adjustment for 1, on the cold side, which is the left side, my first probe, I want to go to -4. Confirm it. And my second one, I want to go to -2. And what that does is it adjusts the offset values for the low side of the thermocouple or RTD. Once you're done, you want to make sure you hit confirm. And you can see food temp 2 is still 1 degree off. So we'll just go back in and change that to -3, grill options, food prep 2, change it to -3, confirm it, make sure you confirm at the bottom, give it a second, go back to home, and you can see both probes are now at 32 degrees. For our next step, I have my little Coleman grill set up. And you can see we have a pot and distilled water. What I'm going to do is put the distilled water in the pot and start boiling the water. We are at a rapid boil, and that is exactly what we want for the next step. For this next step, what we want to do is stick our probes inside of the boiling water. Try to get the lid on them, have them hold in the middle as best as you can. And what we want to do here is let them stabilize for about 2 to 3 minutes. They're going to get hot quick. And our next step is going to be going back into the application. So we're going to go into the Green Mountain Grills app, connect back up to the grill. As you can see, our food probe temperature 1 and 2, one's 218, one's 217, and it's kind of fluctuating a little bit. So what we want to do now is, we know boiling water is 212 degrees, so we're going to go back into the settings, go to grill options, and now on the high side, which is the right side, our measured readings, we're going to change this to -6. Confirm it, and then we're going to change this one to -6 to see where this leaves us, because we are getting a little bit of a temperature fluctuation because of the boiling action. Go ahead and confirm it, go back to home. So our food temp 1 is good. What we'll do is we'll change the other probe to -5, go back to grill options, food temp 2, delete that, change it to -5, and confirm. Once we're done, we'll go back, and these are the readings we should have. So now that we've done the cold and hot side, the temperature probes are officially calibrated. As you can see, they're both holding fairly good here. Again, my probes seem to be high on both ends of the low end, the high temperature. If your probe's low, you will be putting in +5 or +6 to change the calibration to get your levels to your calibrated known sources. I hope you enjoyed the video on calibrating the probes on the GMG Wi-Fi models. If you don't mind, all my Reddit fans and YouTube, please subscribe and like the video. Again, I hope this helps, and if there are any requests on future videos of what you'd like to see, anything to cook, please let me know. I'll be glad to do it. Thanks, guys.